Hey guys, this is Kitsy Higgins, transformational life and business coach and the founder of Expanding Mind Center. So, yeah, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about in this video, and something I've been really meaning to talk about was knowing that you are a great and glorious manifester. So, there's this book called How to Become Money Workbook, and it's by Gary Douglas, which is the founder of Access Consciousness. And what he talks about is just the knowing that you have power. Knowing that whatever you have in your life right now, you manifested it or created it. Now, I know a lot of you probably know what manifesting is, but for those of you that don't, manifesting is creating the life that you want. You always want to make sure that you manifest for the good. You don't want to say, I hope that person dies or that person gets hurt. No, that's karma. You don't want to get into karma because then it's going to come back to you. But manifesting is creating the life that you want. What is it that you want in your life? What is it that you're hoping for? What is it that you're choosing to do that will shift your life and become the person you are hoping to become? So, a great and glorious manifester. So, let's say your goal is to find a job that's going to maybe provide you a life of ease, joy, and glory. Or maybe it is a job that will pay you $75,000 or more. Or a husband that has these characteristics, 10 characteristics or 8 characteristics. So whatever it is that you are hoping for or would like in your life, that is manifesting. And then you have to know what's going to happen. One of the steps of manifesting is giving it up to God and then just putting it away and knowing that it's in God's hands and knowing that for whatever way it's supposed to come and be created, it will. But so you might say, well, I don't know if I can do that and I don't know if I can attract that. Well, you can attract that. You definitely can. And I think the first step is knowing you are a great and glorious manifester. And so you might say, yeah, but my life is crappy. I have a job that doesn't pay well. I don't have a boyfriend. My car is breaking down all the time. Well, congratulations. You manifested that too. So manifest something different. It's as easy as that. What is it that you want? Write it down, give it up to God, and put it away. Whether if it's money, rather than if it's a guy or a woman, or that life that you want. And just give it up to God. And know it's going to happen. And know that the universe will bring you people and places and things to create that. And then the next thing you know, your life is changing the more and more and more and more and more. And then it's a life of just, holy crap, I can't believe I did this, My example is, I have a undergrad from IUP. Then I have a master's in business. But before my master's, I had just moved to Pittsburgh. I just got done with working at the radio stations, which I interned for one of the lead radio stations in Pittsburgh, which was KISS, the X, and DVE. Amazing. It was the best summer ever, you can imagine. And so right after that, I just needed a job that would allow me to stay in the city. So I got a job that was customer service, like $10 an hour. But the week, I didn't even get to have 2 days off in a row. So it was tough. And so I just said, I need to find a job that's going to pay me at least $40,000, $45,000, and I can have 2 days off in a row. And what else? What was my other stuff? And I get done at 4:00. I didn't see myself working 2 jobs. It was just I didn't want to have that life. So what I chose to create instead was to find a job that was over 45, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and I could go home on the weekends and just have a fun job that paid well. So luckily, one of my dear friends, sorority sister, got a job, and she's like, "Hey, why don't you try it?" And I said, "Sure." And I got my adult income job of Yellow Page sales. And, they say that that's the hardest sales you can do is Yellow Pages. But I did it and I did it good and I made 60,000 and it was Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. I mean, literally no overtime. It was just amazing. And I, created just that awesome job and I was a really good salesperson. So that's just an example of how you can create that. And then for my business itself, I first had my first year and it was a little bit tough and, I didn't make tons of money, but, I think, the one year I made, a few $1,000s. So I was like, okay, well, let's double that. So then I doubled that. And the following year I hit that. And then the next year I said, awesome, let's double that again. So I doubled it again. So, so I'm pretty sure almost every year I've hit my goal. Last year, I took 4 months off because my son was born, and I did the goal, and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to be off for 4 months. I should just, my last goal was 20,000. I hit that. What was it? In 2016, I hit that, which is just amazing. 20,000, amazing. I'm a great and glorious manifester. You are too. You are. And so I hit that, and then I so that was 2006. 2017, I took 4 months off. So I thought, okay, well, let's hit 20 plus let's just add an extra 5 to hope for it to happen. And because 20 was good, but let's just go up a little bit more. What I didn't realize though was if you take time off, you have to have a goal higher than that. So you hit the amount that's right. So my big lesson last year was my goals. My last 2016 was 20,000. I should have upped it twice as much, which would have been 40,000. So then when I ended the year, it would have been about 25,000, roughly, give or take. I counted how much I made, and it would have upped me to probably about 25,000. So yeah, if you take a few months off due to health issues or to having a baby and you're going to take those 4 months off, figure in that amount of money so that, figure in that 40,000 because you'll probably end up with that 25 because you've taken those 4 or 5 months off. So just keep that in mind. If you take time off, you got to adjust it higher so it increases. So it's just amazing though. So now I have bigger, loftier dreams and goals because it's like, okay, I've seen that, I've manifested it. I saw how people just came to me and felt like it was the right thing. So it wasn't like I was making people do stuff. It was just my goal, and I put it out there, and I allowed God to bring the people into brought the jobs that I was supposed to be creating. I created the psychic fair. So it brought me that idea, which allowed me to hit my goal. So just, work on how you can manifest stuff. If you don't own a business and you're like, I don't really need that. And if you already have a man, then, or a woman, then go and just manifest something, whether if it's, let's manifest a trip on vacation. Let's say a $3,000 trip to the Bahamas, and just, write it down, put it in a book, give it up to God, and just walk away. Maybe say, this Bahamas trip in 2018, and just put it away and allow it to happen. And just, I think manifesting is something that a lot of people don't know about. They're just getting into it. They're just learning about it. I think there's a new wave of people that are just getting into manifesting that are learning about it too. So, yeah, see where it can help you. Again, put in the comments if you're watching this. I am a great and glorious manifester. I am one. Put it on your bathroom mirror. Remind yourself each and every day. Because not only are you having that goal, but then you're knowing it's coming. You're knowing you have the power to do what's on that paper. You know that you can create that. Whether if it's giving you money, whether if it's giving you a person that's going to fulfill you, and that's meant to be your sole person, or if it's just, that goal for that business. Just know you can do it. Have the power. And if things start coming to you, take the idea. If you feel like you got to work with healers to up your vibration to get you to that higher goal, do that. But the biggest thing is to know you're a great and glorious manifester. And anything that you are hoping for and anything you want, I'm getting really psyched up and handsy. Anything, it just feels good to talk about this stuff. It feels good to know that we have the power. It feels good to know that you have the power, I could imagine. So, just what else is possible? And, allow yourself to be in that energy of, wow, I can create stuff. I can create it. And at first, it's that whole chakra system. At first, you get the thought. And then you speak it. You say, I think I might want to do this. And then, you speak it. You speak third of the throat. And then, you get the idea. So the crown chakra, third eye, you're seeing it in your mind's eye. You're seeing how it's going to be created, what's going to be done. And then the throat of you saying, I think I'm going to do this. And then the heart of feeling like you really want to do it. And then the last part of creating is it being created in the earth, which is the last three chakras after the heart, which is the solar plexus and then the sacral. The solar plexus is knowing it. Yes, I'm going to find that right guy. Or yes, I'm going to create that business that's going to offer me $75,000 a year. And then the sacral, which is the feeling of it, like, oh, I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel that money coming to me. I can feel myself creating it. And then that root chakra of it just being created. And then it going out that root chakra. And literally you creating it just like a baby. I mean, it's just amazing to know your power. And if you have that idea, ground it by having those sensations and then creating it. So right now I'm literally in that phase of my business of creating that new business. I receive the idea. I'm seeing it. I'm voicing that I'm a transformational life coach. I am feeling it. I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm loving what I'm doing. And then the solar plexus of I am a life coach. And that's who I am. And then feeling it, embracing what it feels like to have that goal, to have that creation, to have that power, and then to have that root chakra, and then to birth it, to just birth it out in the world, and to allow the things to come to you. So I hope that this video helps. I hope you know you have the power. Again, I am having a retreat, a Empower and Soar retreat. We're going to obviously talk about this stuff. And I'm going to have you on that spot, write out one thing that you want in your life that you're going to create and have that goal to manifest that this year. And to know that you have the power. And there's nothing that someone can say, oh, you can't make $75,000. How could you do that? Or you can't find that perfect guy that's going to fulfill you. Yes, you can. And remind yourself, you're going to say, I don't like my life. I don't like that. I don't like this. Well, remind yourself that you have the power. And that if you're unhappy with your life, then create something different. It's literally that easy. If you want something different, then create it. You are a glorious and grand manifester. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye.